Morning, guys. There's a half decent setup right now on the Nasdaq 100 for a short. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, traders. How is everybody doing today? Nice little setup on the NASDAQ just presented. We'll see if we can get it. We have some resting orders in there. Might have missed it, but didn't tap in yet. So let's see. Maybe we'll get it. Maybe we'll get lucky. I'll leave it there no matter what. Nice little pump in Bitcoin here over the last little bit. Back up to this 99 level here. Seems to be posing a little bit of a problem. This NASDAQ order looks pretty good though. Let you know if it bounces enough before we get there. How is everybody? Craftman, how are you? Let's have a look at your chart. We can look at it in a bit. Not too much trading for me today, just kind of sat on the positions that I have already. The Euro trade not looking the greatest. I did add to it. So we'll see what happens. Looks like maybe a stop out coming on that guy. Probably a stupid trade anyway. This NASDAQ one though looks pretty good, man, to me. This is kind of what you look for. We should actually go through it right now because it's like just in the midst of happening right now. So 15-minute lost. Coming up on a 4-hour. This is a 4-hour level. Kind of what you look for, right, in trading. This is a 4-hour level that it's failing. And then it's lost to 15. Right here. Right here, 15-minute lost. Created a gap. Hasn't tapped into it yet, so hoping for a move like this. I have shorts in play here. We'll see what happens. Just thought I'd bring it to your guys' attention right away because it looks like it might tag in right now. Maybe will work, maybe not. Let's just have a look at the oops. Yeah, this is kind of what you look for. Even though they held this down here, this still could go at least down to here. Something like that. They did hold this, so You expect them to go higher than this, but I expect a reaction here, you know, and maybe hold this range. Something like down to here. Take the liquidity out from underneath this gap maybe. Tops of this. Let's just look at the 1 hour here. Yeah, this is kind of a big gap right down here, right? So maybe a move down into there. It's a 1 hour failure at this point. And that kind of lines up with this too, the top of this. This is the move that created the 30-minute move that created this low. So that's kind of where I'd be looking for it to go. So that's kind of the play. That made sense. We'll see if we even get tagged in, like maybe not, right? Kind of just put that there. It's not the biggest risk to reward, but whatever. Whatever, man. Hope you guys are well. It was a hot one today in Indonesia. I basically just hung out at the pool all day. I think I was in the pool like 6 different times. Just kind of get too hot and then go to the pool. My flight sticks showed up too. So I have my flight sticks over here ready to go for video games. I play Star Citizen. If any of you folks play. Pretty good move on Bitcoin. Let's see if they can break through. This is the 1, 2, 3, 4th time it's been at this level. I wouldn't be taking shorts here. Same like yesterday. I didn't, you know, this is not good, not the best level to be taking shorts. Good work, but who knows? Yeah. Let's get into the economic calendar for today. Do we have anything good going on? Pretty dry day today. Tomorrow is going to be big day. Non-farm payrolls coming in 8:30, so expect volatility. Lots of news. Unemployment rate coming too. So that's all huge news for the for markets. So we will see volatility tomorrow for sure, 100%. Today, probably not too much. Tomorrow, yes. Quick look at the Bitcoin liquidity heat map. So a little bit of liquidity around the 99 area above these tops, but the big liquidity, this is where I have my order too, is around 3. So we'll see if this gets wiped out. They've taken most of the liquidity on the bottom side, so I would think that they're going to move up, not down. Hey, bro. Hey, I appreciate it, man. Thanks for chiming in. I try to make it as simple as possible for new people, you know what I mean? So if you already know like a lot about price action, it's probably not You're probably not going to get too much out of it, but I put a couple more videos up. You guys can see on the channel in the training section. I just took it out of the stream from earlier this week, so if you were at the stream, you probably don't need to watch it. But there's a couple videos about 1 minute time frames, and I don't know, something else. I can't remember what it was, but I just chopped it out of the stream and put it up there. Which session has the highest volatility? It's always New York. New York's always the most volatile. New York at open is like usually in the first hour and a half of the session and the last hour and a half of the session are the two areas that you should be trading if you can. Since I'm in Bali, Indonesia, there's no fucking way that I'll be awake for the end of the session. So I always just trade. That's why I do the stream now, because I just trade the start of the session. I usually end the stream around 10:30 or whatever. Try to get into a trade or two. Nice and simple. So yeah, Bitcoin liquidity heat map. I still think that this area is going to get tagged. We're still long from down here, and I have short hedges up here, so we'll see. It's going to be kind of a nothing day. It's been nothing for, like, I took a PT here, and then it's been nothing for a while, so it's been kind of boring trading. But yeah, that's kind of what I see here. You can have a look through the Cryptos R Us here. Just have a quick peruse through these guys. I always just look through these guys. They have they post a bunch of the crypto news. It's always just like bullish, everything bullish they post. So, you're gonna need to take it with a grain of salt. But I don't really pay too much attention to the news. Like, I still mostly just trade the charts. Whatever's going on in the news doesn't really matter, but it's still fun to look at, right? Look at this guy's predicting it's going to 745. I don't know. I don't think we're going to see that high. $12:30 UTC. What time is that in New York? 8:30? I don't know the UTC time. $7:30. Yes, I mean, sometimes it's just kind of like pre-market action. 8:30 is a time where a lot of news always drops at 8:30, so there's a lot of news driven candles at 8:30. Not today. Today there won't be, but tomorrow is going to be nuts, right? Tomorrow is non-farm payrolls at 8:30, and then also unemployment rate coming all at 8:30. So like the market's going to go wild for like, that right at 8:30, or like just before, as people get into positions or whatever, right? All right, let's get into the charts. So we're still in our Bitcoin trades. Haven't really done too much. I'd like to move the stop up. I won't short this here. I had the opportunity to short this and I didn't, so I won't short this here. I'd like to see this go move higher into the liquidity area up here. Up here. Into this area. I'd like to see them take this, and then really I'd like to move. I'd like them to move higher even than that, but I'm still gonna take a short there just as a hedge. Do I trade NQ and ES? Yeah, I have a trade right now on the NAS 100. Just presented a short opportunity. I have a futures brokerage account. This is just like this is for the stream, so I don't trade like super huge on the stream. But I have my own brokerage account where I trade the proper NQ and ES futures contracts. On the stream, it's all just CFDs. but same shit, right? Pretty good opportunity here in the Nasdaq. Losing this 15-minute level, creating a fair value gap. So I would imagine they're going to retest that and then dump it and probably take the liquidity out from underneath here. This is lining up with a couple things on this side too, right? So we'll see what happens. This is the move that created the absolute low, so that might get tagged there. And then there's this, and then also the there's a big gap here, right? On the higher time frame. Go 4 hour. Yeah, 4 hour gap here. So we'll see what happens. Decent, and they're failing a 4 hour too, right? This is a 4 hour failure. They did hold this on the bottom, so kind of expecting I'm kind of expecting them higher, right? But they're failing this, right? So they, you know, they can dump it a bit. Worth a shot for a trade. Anyway. What do you usually trade, BDP? Welcome to the stream, by the way. Are you a pretty seasoned trader, or are you newer? I see your name's BDP Trading, so you must have a little bit of experience anyway. A Euro trade's not looking the greatest. Yeah, all my trading is just price action based, right? So that's all we do here is just price action based trading. And then like there's obvious other things, right? Like there's liquidity levels to be aware of, there's fair value gaps, you know, imbalances in the market, stuff like that. But the vast majority of trading should be done with price action in mind. And then there's different strats, right? Like you should always be looking to hedge a position too. Like right now on Bitcoin, I'm long from up here on Bitcoin. I'm long from man, this thing doesn't work very good sometimes, right? I'm long from the dump. I can go over the Bitcoin position on here. It's a little bit easier. So when Bitcoin dumped, I was looking at the 1 minute. Pretty good setup on the 1 minute here. So it was dumping like crazy, gained the 1 minute, created a gap here, so that's where we were entering, and then I entered again. Actually I entered a few times, once on the 4 hour, once just on the 4 hour gap buy right here. So when they gain this 4 hour, they left a big gap down here, right? So like that's an imbalance. So I just bought this, and then I bought another one once we had confirmation on this side. Then I took PTs up here. I think above this I took a PT, and then I have shorts set up for right here on this gap. You know, they did lose this, and this was kind of tested. The top of it wasn't. I don't know exactly how much to expect out of this, because I honestly believe that this is the bottom. So we'll see what happens, you know. And then as far as the Craftsman saying that they gained the 4, they did gain this 4 here, right? They gained this. So any pullback should have been bought. Now they're trying to internally gain this too. This is an internal trend. So they're trying to gain the internal trend too. If they gain this, we should see a move like that. If they fail this, maybe back down here to you know, accumulate more. Or this might fail. If this fails, we're probably headed a little bit lower. I would think we're going to take out some of the liquidity down here. High 80s. Yeah, no gap on here, so you know you kind of want them to hold this. You know, there's this right here, so they may hold this level, but moving back down into this is kind of scary because they've already tested everything here. So if they move back down again, and I really don't like how they left equal lows down here. It's not exactly equal, but it's, you know, it's that's not very indicative of moving higher. So I may move up the short hedge if they dump it here. Like if we see a move where they leave a gap, I'll probably move the short hedge up for a move like that. Yeah, I really don't like how they left equal lows down here. That's usually means they're going back to take those out. We'll see though. Not too convinced on this loss of the 15, but if they start losing this, then we'll see. Yeah, it's true, Craftman. Then it's kind of a known thing. If they leave a really, this isn't exactly a double bottom. Like this is higher than this, right? So it's not exactly a double bottom, but it's very, very close. So that may as well be counted as a double bottom. And then they'd probably be going down here to this. This. The bottom of this thing. The bottom of, oh my god, the bottom of this, something like that, you know. Not 100% sure, but I would expect them to take something like that out. Yeah, this one up here, they need to hold it, right? We'll see. It's okay to go down, but they need to hold that gap, really. If not, then we should be looking for shorts. See if I can get tagged in here on the NQ. This is looking like shit. I added to this position too. See if we can hold it, man. Just hold it. Just hold it, man. This is like today is going to be kind of a nothing kind of day, I think, because there's no news to drive it. Oh, Sol doesn't look very good either. Yeah, boys. Well, hurry up and wait time. US 100 is pretty close to getting tagged in here. See if we can get it. Let's just check out the Dixie real quick too. Is Dixie still pushing? Dixie trying to gain this 4 hour, eh? Fuck. You see here how important it is to look for a gap. You know, if there's no gap, there's no follow through, right? And then you end up getting fucked. It's just way better just looking for a gap all the time. What's up, Stay Wave? Welcome to the stream, brother. How are you? I hope you're well. Welcome, welcome. We be here, we be trading. Yeah, I have shorts on it already, man. Look. I don't need your signals. Thanks though. I've been trading for 25 years, bro. Hopefully we get a little bit of pump here first so I can get an entry. You're 15 years old. Why are you trying to give me a signal? but the signal is correct. It's the signal is correct. Yeah, maybe like 20 years, I would say. But the first 5 years, I was just investing. I didn't really trade, but I was still buying stocks. Yeah, it's good. I can explain to you why this is a good signal. Let me explain it to you if you're new, if you're only 15. All right. So we got the NASDAQ, right? So the NASDAQ is coming up against a 4-hour swing, right? So this is a good place for it to fail, because it failed this 4-hour swing before. So this is a good place for it to continue the trend down, right? Make a lower low. So that's happening on the 4-hour. Now, they did hold this though. So, you know, you need to keep that in the back of your mind. But regardless, this is still a good place to take a short. For even a move like this, it would still be worth it, right? Now that we know that this is a good place to take a short, we're looking on the smaller time frame, like the 15-minute. And you're looking for a break of structure or you know, a failure. So this is the last. This is what they needed to hold to continue moving up, right? So they tried to hold it here, and then they failed it. And then they failed it with an imbalance. So what you need to be thinking is they're going to come back up here, test this imbalance, test this swing, and dump it. Which strategy do I use? It's just price action now. I don't use any indicators or whatever. It's just all just price action. The way the market moves. It's the only strategy anyone should use, man. You need to learn how to read a chart. Once you know how to read a chart, it's, you know, everything becomes a little bit simpler. Yeah, that's where my entry is too. Like, I'm almost about to get hit here for the entry. I could honestly just push this right now even, but we'll do it proper. Can even just push it. Fuck it. I want to be in the trade. All right, we're in. Do I know Michael Huddleston? No, I don't. Who's that? So for a target, I think we're just going to target this. What was the number to target? I need to look at it on like the 30-minute here. 30-minute. Yeah, around here. Yeah, around there. Even just the takeout of this, I'd be happy with. Just human? I don't know. I don't know what you're saying, brother. All right, we're in the fair value gap here, so this is a good place to be taking shorts. 15? Fuck no, you're way ahead of the game, man. If you spend the next few years learning how to trade, you're gonna be so fucking rich, it's not even gonna be funny. No doubt. I wish I started at 15 too. I didn't start taking investing seriously until I was like 30. So like you're 15 years ahead of where I was when I started, and I still ended up pretty good, you know. I'm basically like semi-professional trader. I live in Bali, Indonesia. I think we're gonna add one more on here too. Maybe just one. Try to make this one a runner. Oh, it's a little late now. Where am I from? I'm from Canada originally, but now I live in Bali. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, Craftsman. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull it out of the streams whenever I teach something in the streams. I'm going to you know, just show it to the new people, or I'm going to put it all in the it'll just be under the training thing in the on the YouTube channel, because it doesn't take me very long to do it, really. Canada's all right. It's just it's so expensive there, man. So it's not worth it. You're from Turkey, you hate it. It's all good, man. Just, you know, bide your time, and once you're a little bit older, you can move wherever you want. Don't let anyone tell you you can't. You can do whatever you want. Hey, appreciate that follow on Kick. Sorry, I just saw it now. Which prop firm? This one here is called My Crypto Funding. The one I'm using here. It's pretty good. You can trade crypto and like all kinds of different commodities and all kinds of FX and everything, really. There's a whole bunch of shit you can trade, so it's worth it. And it's not too expensive. It's 64 bucks, I think. 64 bucks, and then you I think once you pass their thing, you need to pay an activation fee of like $100 or something, and then you get 5 grand. But you need to be of age, so not gonna work for you, brother. Sorry. If you're 15, you're not gonna be able to get a prop firm anywhere. What I would do if I was you is I would try to get on one of the crypto exchanges that are not KYC, and start with like a small amount of money, you know, like $100 or whatever you can afford. Really, it doesn't really matter. because you're just going to go through the motions and try to learn. You need to learn price action first. Yeah, I definitely need to make like a beginner's tutorial guide, because people just keep asking me the same questions over and over again. So it'd be good if I could just point them to a video. Uh-oh, Bitcoin. On your father. Yeah, I guess you could do it that way too. The best way to learn, really, Craftsman, is just to show up to the streams. That's the reason why I do these streams, is to try to help the new people, right? Because then you can ask questions real time, right? And just really figure out what's going on and get like direct answers, you know? But watching live is really the best. Because sometimes when you watch a video, it doesn't sink in, right? So it's good to like be able to ask question. One of these should really be a runner, right? That's already tested. Just gonna leave one as like a deep runner. So I may take a Bitcoin short hedge in this area too. I haven't decided yet. We'll have to see what happens with the price action here. If we do get a flush out and then a pump back up, and it does give like a decent gap entry, I'll probably take a short. I don't know. These markets are starting to look a little shitty, with the Nasdaq not looking like it looks like it's gonna dump, and you know, S&P looks like it's gonna dump. Soul is kind of hurting. Yeah. 3 minutes is too short though, man. You need to be looking at the 15 is like the lowest I go. Like I said, unless I explained it in that video, unless it's like a massive dump or a massive pump, I really only look at the 15 and the 4. If it's a massive dump, then I'll move to a smaller time frame to try to get an early entry. But besides that, no. It's just not worth it. There's too many false signals, you know? Like a lot of times there'll be a lot of false signals on those smaller time frame setups. So that's the only reason I don't go on there. Unless I like have to, like on that Bitcoin dump, it was worth it because the closest 15-minute gain was like 10% away, or 7% or whatever it was. That's way too far, right? So like you're not gonna, it's either you're gonna sit out of the trade or you're gonna look on the smaller time frame. All right, some sells coming in on the NASDAQ. Let's see if we can have some follow through here. We got 8 a.m. in New York. Still a ways away from market open. Bitcoin trying to hold this upper gap. We got the news drop coming in 30 minutes. It's not very, it shouldn't be very important though, so it shouldn't affect the market too much. We're gonna do one more for the NASDAQ. It's getting to be kind of a big trade. It, right? It's a good setup. All right, man. Let's see a dump here. See, this is why laddering into positions is a pretty good idea to do. You should really every position you should be laddering in, laddering out. Where is everybody? Hard to get viewers, man, with the old streaming. Appreciate you guys stopping in. You know, trading trading the CFDs is a lot nicer, man, with the Nasdaq and the ES, because you can have your stops can be way wider. You know, you probably couldn't take this trade not with a stop like that on the, you definitely couldn't on the future, or like on the futures. You like BTC shorts? I don't know. I'm not a fan of BTC shorting here. The reason why, I mean, I may change my mind, but we'll see what happens. I need to see a little bit. I'm not convinced yet here with this. They're trying to hold it. I like this area more for shorts. 103. That's where I have shorts set up. I could be wrong though, right? Like, you never know. There's not as much liquidity right here. There is a little bit, so but just right here to just fail it, I don't know. I would think that they would take the liquidity at least first and take it above this, right? Like 99.6. But the bigger liquidity is up here around 103. So that's kind of the area you want to be looking at for the bigger play. I don't really I'm not really like a scalper kind of guy, right? Like I'm looking for the bigger move always. But that could change, right? Like if they dump this hard and create like a move, a gap, but they're not creating any kind of gap, so they're not giving me an entry. They are failing though. First fail. So they're failing. Let's look at Bitcoin here. So they're failing this. They're failing this. The problem is that there's a gap right here that's created. So there's an imbalance in liquidity right here. And this they can hold. So let's just see what they do, right? This isn't very convincing yet of a failure. If they dump this hard and then rebound, yeah, sure, short. But you need to see some follow through, not just like a little tiny little bit and then like move back up and then like a little bit, just barely get lower. It's not very convincing to short it, right? You need to see like a move like this, right? Boom. And then you short it on the retest. Not saying that they like, you could have shorted here yesterday on this failure and took profits down here. You know, that's a thing, right? Like you could have captured this move, but this isn't that big of a move to capture, you know? So what are we doing here? Is this really worth your time and energy? I took trades down here and I took profits here. So I'm still in longs and like I'll target up here. You know, I'm not looking to get this. It's not worth my time. Even though this account is small, it's still not worth, like, it's you shouldn't be thinking to just to try to get a little tiny move like that. I don't know, that's just me. That's the way I trade. I'm sure some people scalp and they scalp all day long and they have great success doing it. Not for me. I'd much rather just, it's a lot easier putting your trades in, putting your orders in, than going to the fucking beach. You know what I mean? I'd sit at a fucking chart all day long. People who scalp, like, you literally need to be at the chart all the time. The longer you can be away from the chart, the better it is. That's why I mainly trade off the 4 hour. It's just easier, you know. Looks like Euro's bouncing a bit. I do have a Euro trade open. Let's have a look at it. I don't really love it, but I did trade it anyway. Just buying the bottom of this range here. 2 orders. I don't like how they failed up here, but still range bound. Could hold it. But yeah, BTC is there. You know, they are failing. You're not wrong to be thinking to short. It's just I'd like to see. I'm just not very convinced yet. Is all. They are failing this, right? Like this was the level that they needed to hold, right? So they are failing. The problem is that they could hold here. So I'd like to see a little bit more, and then if we want to get short here. Honestly, if they don't pull their pants up here, this is very scary here. Everything's tested, so they're gonna go lower than this down here. If they don't, so if they're gonna go down there, like then you know you can get a move like this and capture that move. Getting in here or getting in here is not that huge of a deal. Same, yeah. You guys have any other charts that you're looking at? What else are we looking at here? You're scared. Are okay. Nulls, what's up, brother? Welcome back to the stream. I'm back in my office. Let's go. Fartcoin. Let's do it. What's up, bro? How are you? Look, these are my new glasses. I can fucking see now. It's great. You have a huge bag of algo. Let's look at these charts. Algo. Is this the crypto? Yeah, this, right? Let's have a look at it. You have a huge bag of this. You bought this on the dip or what? Good spot to buy. This is an okay place for it to hold. You had it since 2020. Okay. You should have took some profits. If you didn't, did you take some profits? You also bought during the bull run. So what's your average price? Doing good. Hey, Nulls, that's great. Yeah, I'm doing great too. Man, I can't complain. Yeah, I'm happy to be back in the office streaming. I'm back in my office now until the summer, until like August. So So I'll be here every day streaming. Took some profits into BTC. Oh yeah, that's a good move. It's not too bad. It's all good, man. I understand you're busy. You don't need to be listening to me jabber on. Gold short, yeah. Oh yeah, shit. This is a decent short. Little bit late to the party. Let's have a look at the 4-hour real quick. This might be one I get into also. Oh yeah, this is looking pretty good. They're testing this 4-hour gap here. Next thing down is really this, so this could go down a bit. I don't mind it. I don't mind the gold short, boys. I think I'm gonna get into it. It's just gonna be kind of a smash in and it's gonna be a smash and grab job. Where am I gonna put this stop? Just over top of this, I guess. Just stop here, I guess. All right, I'm in. You know, I don't really love the stop, but what are you gonna do? Maybe is there an hourly that I can put it behind? Yeah, it's the hourly. At least I'm stopped behind the hourly. I don't mind that. We'll see if that pans out. Kind of move this up just a bit. Bitcoin selling continuing here. Average 21, yeah? Average 21 on algo. Average 21 cents? Must be. I mean, being like, as long as do you still have tons of money in this? ROC, I'll look at that in a minute. BDP. This is a good area for it to bounce and stop at, right? But you know, if they do drop it, then you know it's going to drop to here. If that doesn't hold, the next thing down is this. So you really want this to hold, or it's going to 16 cents. I would imagine 16 cents. It wouldn't go much lower than that. But this is a good spot for it to hold. ROC? ROK. Rockwell Automation? Or is this a crypto USDT? This Rockwell automation. Oh my god, I gotta get this. I like that we're at the gap here. It's previously tested gap. They are bouncing it though. Yeah, this is an interesting spot. So this is the daily move that made this swing low. And then there's a gap here too, right? This gap. So decent area for it to hold. I would look on the smaller time frame for entry. Usually stocks I do like the 1 hour at least, right? Like look for a 1 hour gain. I mean, this stop is really good, you know what I mean? So you could even just hammer in and just put your stops here. Not too bad. Not too bad, not too bad. My portfolio is full crypto at this point. Even into the ETFs and everything. Thanks for the relief. Yeah, well, it's hopefully Bitcoin needs to hold here, right, and go. If Bitcoin fails here, we're looking at I'm looking at shorting. And then if Bitcoin dumps it and you know it goes to high 80s, what's gonna happen to algo? Nothing good, man. Nothing good. Nifty. It looks like that played out. Gaining the 1 hour. Yeah. I don't think I can trade the Nifty. Decent gap here. Decent gap here if they do a retest. Yeah, I know. Believe me, Demula, I don't want that either. I have my life savings into crypto, so I don't want that also. But I'm only holding a bigger caps, right? I'm only mostly in Bitcoin and half in Bitcoin, half in Ethereum. Ethereum's been bleeding. I'm down like 20% in my position since I got in. Bitcoin, I'm still laughing because I bought that at 20K. Mula, thanks for that follow, man. I appreciate that. All right, we got market open in about an hour. There's some news coming up here in 5 minutes. Again, like I said before, none of it's real interesting. So it's probably a nothing burger, but still just keep it on your radar. Make sure you new guys join the Discord. We have a Discord. See the link on the screen there. Or just Google mainline trades and the website will be there. We do put out some important stuff into the Discord. That's it. Like I don't really put in too much stuff in there, but when there's like important things happening, I posted the Bitcoin trade there. What do you guys think, man? You guys think this Nasdaq's gonna dump? Fuck, I got a lot of trades open right now. There's a lot. Okay, boys, I'm just gonna go for a quick cigarette. Be back. back. I'm back, boys. Nice little pump on Bitcoin. Out of that gap. Still looks good. No short yet. Gazook. Welcome back to the stream, brother. I like to see it. I like to see it. I like the commitment. That's what you need. You need to keep showing up. How we doing? We're doing great, man. We're always doing great. I have nothing to complain about. Even if I blow up this account, I have nothing to complain about. Finished work really late today. It's too bad. You're off on the weekend, are you? You're bartender, Wednesday to Sunday. Bartender must be a pretty fun job. I kind of wanted to be a bartender at one point in my life. So Bitcoin still looks good here, boys. Still looks good, man. No short yet. I'm not moving my short up. $2,000 odd a week. That's fucking great, man. That's great money. I mean, that's like that's about what I make on the villa rental business here in Bali in a month with 3 villas. I'm sure I don't have to work as hard though for it, as I have staff that just kind of do everything. Bitcoin buys coming in, boys. Just looking pretty good. Yeah, I'd say it was a fucking nightmare setting things up here. You know, it was not like normal setting up a business back in the West. That's for sure. And then here it's like the labor is like, you know, the labor is cheap, but they don't do the work very good. So like it takes like, sometimes you have somebody come to fix something or do something, and it's like they don't, even if you're standing right over top of them, you can see they're doing it wrong. So there's that. And then there's just like I don't know, it's like a, you know, classic Indonesian fuck around is what I call it. You know, a lot of fucking around. But once things are set up, yeah, they're you know, it's very lucrative over here. But it just took a while to set everything up, like 3 years. That's why I wasn't streaming too much, and like, you know, just kind of was busy setting everything up. But now everything's basically set up. Still a few more things I need to do. I need to put solar panels on the roofs of all the villas, and one villa needs a new roof. So those are the main things coming down the pipe for me. Have you practiced trading at all? I put out a couple videos in the lessons portion of the YouTube channel. You should check out. They're just pulled from the stream, so, but you know, in case you missed something on the stream, I just pulled out some tidbits of information and just put them into a video and just put them there. Yeah, the 1 minute. There was another one too that I put out. Two. It's on the YouTube channel. Check it out. I think that's what I forgot to record today, but I think that's what I'm going to do moving forward is just, I'm going to record the streams, and then if we talk about some things during the streams that's you know, beneficial for new people, I'll just chop it out and then put it in there. And then eventually there'll be a you know, a whole bunch of videos there for people to watch. Yeah, that's old school. That that chart was a little confusing, but that guy really knows what he's doing too. He learned the same time I did. He doesn't come into the streams too much, but he's in the Discord every once in a while. He's a good trader, really. He's like, if you have questions and he answers them, like he really knows what he's talking about. You've been trading full time for 8 years? That's awesome. You should join the Discord. BDP, we always like, it's always good to have like people who know what they're doing, you know what I mean? To help answer questions and shit, right? So it's, you know, it's good. It's always good to, especially for the new guys. You remember how hard it was with BDP when you first started? You know, you not know what the fuck's going on, and like there's so much misinformation out there on shit, you know? So it's just good to have people around who actually know what's going on. And like when someone new asks a question, they don't just get bombarded with a bunch of bullshit information. They ask people that actually can tell these people like the truth of the matter, you know? Yeah, well, you know, there's no need to treat anyone like an idiot, right? Like you shouldn't, if you're new, like how are you supposed to know what's going on? You know what I mean? Like, Oh yeah, you're talking about Craftsman. You're talking about if they don't look to the left, then they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Absolutely. Looks like we're seeing some sells on NQ coming in on the US 100. Looks like this trade might work out. Can kind of just use this trade as the hedge for Bitcoin too, because usually Bitcoin follow the indices. So if the indices tank, Bitcoin's going to tank too usually. But yeah, that's a good point. Like if whoever's teaching you is just showing you a triangle, you know, it's not it's not the right way. Who said looking to the left is not a thing? Skinner and Scholar? They should know better. It's absolutely a thing. It's like the thing. That's crazy. They must have changed the way they're trading then. That's not how they were trading when I was coming up with them. You know what I mean? And that's not like I got lessons from Skinner. So that's not the way that they taught me, you know what I mean, or that Skinner showed me. Yeah, the US right here, this is the trade. So lost this level, pushing up on a 4-hour level. So this is a 4-hour, right? It's a 4-hour level. So playing a lower low here. So we're seeing if we can get a move like that. Skinner and Scholar both came from the MTTV. I used to stream on MTTV too. They but like Craftsman saying they don't look to the left anymore. Like I don't maybe Skinner like does some order flow stuff that I don't really know about. That's not really how I trade. I absolutely look to the left all the time. Yeah, no more. Yeah, then I don't know. That's not how I trade. They must have some new techniques or whatever, but it's not me, man. There's no need to fix what's not broken, you know what I mean? I've been trading this way for years. Yeah, Skinner learned from his dad for sure, 100% of it. I learned from like, I don't know, probably trial and error first, and then MTTV dope. So Trade Sumo, you can see I'm partnered with him on the screen. I took his price action course. I studied ICT and SMC order blocks. I studied all that stuff. So my trading is like an amalgamation of like everything that I've learned. It's not like any one thing. I kind of took things from everybody that I learned, and then that's kind of what I did. Oh, you were in dope room for a bit, yeah. I never went in the room, but I did have his course. I did do his course. This is a good course. But like honestly, like everything in there is it's available online if you want to take the time to search for it. But some people don't have the time, right? So that's why it's good. Like he did a good job of laying it all out in like a nice package. And it gives you, if you don't know anything about price action, that'll give you all the fundamentals that you need to understand how the market moves. So that's, it's a good course. Is it worth paying for it? It depends. Like some people, $1,000 is not a big deal. But some people, $1,000 is a big deal. So it really depends. Like, do you have the time, all the time in the world to be coming to streams and gathering information bit by bit? Or do you want to sit down and just power through a course? It's going to be different for everybody. But regardless, it's a good course. You do it differently. I do it differently than Dope too, but generally it's the same. It's still just generally price action is the same, no matter what you call it. A gain, a level gained, break of structure. If you're ICT, it's all relatively the same stuff. Yeah, Craftsman, like I said, yeah, if you have the money or you don't want to waste your time, then yeah, like I would imagine if you have a bunch of money, then of course you're going to take a course. Why would you waste your time scanning through 1 million YouTube videos if you have a bunch of money already? You're going to scope out what the best course is and take it. Maybe take a couple different ones, you know what I mean? I took probably 5 or 6 different courses in my life until I started being profitable. The hard part is really not the price action anyway. The hard part is the emotion that's tied to trading, right? Like anybody can learn price action. You can learn price action in a month. And risk management, like that shit's not hard, you know what I mean? It's just, this is how you do it, you know what I mean? But the emotion, when you involve money in things, these markets are designed to make you want to buy when it's not the right time to buy, and make you want to sell when it's like the opposite. So they're designed to do that. You know what I mean? So it's just the emotion that's tied to trading is much harder to master than any price action or any like strategy or whatever. Yeah, it's more like BDP. It's more like I found it took me a long time to just fuck the smaller time frame shit and like focus on bigger time frame moves, and then just be okay with holding. You know what I mean? That's how I made a bunch of money in crypto and just in trading in general. I was telling Craftsman the other day, the one time I had 4 contracts on the ES. I held it for almost 3 months on the ES minis. I made like $5,000 or something like that. It was ridiculous. You ever hear of someone making $5,000 off 4 micro? It was not minis, sorry, micro contracts on the ES. It was stupid. Yeah, that all comes with time too, right? Like you need screen time because you need to build up your system and you need to have confidence. It takes a while to build up the confidence to just take the trade and just fucking forget about it. You know what I mean? At this point, I have I'm not even tracking all the trades I have. I have on the screen, like underneath, I have a bunch. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I have 14 trades open. I mean, I'm not even paying attention to them. I just have my profit targets on them, right? But that's, yeah, it was very different when I first started trading, right? Because I'd be glued to the fucking position. I booked all BTC trade? What do you mean? Oh no, I have a position. It's just zoomed out. Still, the plan hasn't changed, man. Up here for the hedge and the profit target. Dude, I got these new flight sticks. I'm so stoked to fucking play them. Top of the line. Verpal. Can't wait. Gold losing the internal here. This down here could hold. Tomorrow in the market's gonna be fireworks, dude. With the news, all at 8:30. It's gonna be nuts. It's gonna be nuts. Non-farm payrolls and unemployment rate. Two big ones. NASDAQ not wanting to fail. Not yet, anyway. See what they do here. Decent internal failure on gold. Let's see if there's any follow through. This is kind of the area that I'd like to see NASDAQ fail. We got Fidelity buying ETH. Fidelity buys 4,000 ETH, 20 million worth. Pretty big. Look at all these trademarks that Trump just put out. You love to make a... Who is this? You love to make a meme coin with me. No thanks, brother. How did my odd trade go last night? It's not looking good for Euro odd. I added to the position. Can bring it up here. I'm still in it, but they're showing signs now of of turning it around. So we'll see. My stop is here. My stop is here. So close to stop out. I added to the position like right here. So we'll see. Still, you know, plan hasn't changed. I have profit targets way up here. So we'll see. Oh shit, it's on Twitter. My bad. Yeah, my stop is here. It continued to slide. I added more here, like just right now. The ad is only in profit by like $3. Almost stopped out, but not. So we'll see. I still think this could pump at least a little bit. It's a relatively small trade anyway. Like it's, you know, if I get stopped out, it'll be like $25 or something like that. So all the trades on the stream are all relatively small. Like the stops, all stops are like $30, around $20, $30. If it's, I think this one, the US 100, the NASDAQ one, I think that will be a little bit more, maybe $50 if it gets stopped. But that's really how you have to do this, Kazook. You know, you have to. It's better to take a whole bunch of different trades, because honestly, even when you know what you're doing, like if you're a really good trader, you have like 60% win rate. So you know your targets and your stops need to account for that. So you got to think every time you're clicking that button, half the time you're gonna lose the money. So you know you really have to account for that shit, and have like your targets need to be like, when you're taking a trade, you need to be getting at least 3 to 1 or 2 to 1 at the very least, you know. Got market open in about 20 minutes here, boys. Let's have a look at BDP, his Bitcoin chart. What's with all the gaps in here, man? Do you chart this on like you chart this on a time frame that has gaps, or on an exchange that has gaps, or are you looking at like the Oh, that's the BTC futures, and that's why. Yeah. I think the RTH for daily here. I think the upside levels are decent, man. If Bitcoin doesn't hold here, like I think that we're this is cooked, you know. If we lose this level here, really, if we start seeing, you know, some action down here, like some deep action where it loses this with some vengeance, all this is tested. So like, you know, we're going the next thing down is this, right? And like, that's not much. Maybe that will hold, but I don't know. That's not much. I really wanted to see them hold this, like hold this now. I really don't like how there's equal lows here. So if we do get a move like this, I'll be looking to short this for this. Gold short's looking good. This is the last. I've moved my stops up, so I'll at least get some profit out of this if we get stopped out. But this is the last for me. Last stand corral. I really don't want to see them lose this. Let's just go, man. Let's go now. Honestly, if the indices start dumping, I can just use that as a hedge. I don't need to hedge it again because I have a short here. So this will probably, I'm sure BTC is gonna follow this if this dumps. You usually do. So I don't really need to double hedge it. Decent little gap that was left here. This is the one was the original one. Don't worry, Kedzuk. Have a good rest, brother. We'll talk to you soon. Open up a paper trading account. Get your feet wet. Okay, we got 15 minutes until the market open. I'll probably hang out for another maybe 15 more minutes after that, or 20 minutes or so. I just want to kind of see how this is gonna go. Maybe adjust some stops, and then that's it for me for today. That's it for me for today, folks. I appreciate all of you guys stopping in though, man. Honestly. Do I like Toronto? I don't really like big city, you know what I mean? It was fun when it was fun when I was younger, going to the clubs and shit, but like it just gets it's too busy, man, for me. I don't like it. Like, you guys see where I live, right? This is my backyard. I live like on the rice field. You know, it's real peaceful. See you, BDP. Thanks for stopping in, man. I don't mind going to big city for just for like visit, you know, but I could never live there, man. Oh, Justin Trudeau. No, I don't like him. I think he's an idiot. But I think basically every politician is an idiot. Yeah, for me it doesn't matter at all. They're all bad, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter who's in power or whatever. They're all fucking crooks. I never even voted before. I just don't even want to play their game. Oh, he's giving away citizenship, says he? Yeah, I don't know. Canada's not the best place to live, though, dude. Honestly, it's not good. Inflation went crazy there. Everything's super expensive. No one can afford houses. Food like tripled in price. You know what I mean? Like at the grocery store. It's bad. It's not good. Like all my friends, I left during COVID. It wasn't that bad before, but then after COVID, it got real bad. Like, my friends were telling me, they were like, "Dude, you left at the perfect time." They said because everything went to shit here. So it's pretty shit. Not very good for not very good for living. This Euro trade looks like it's gonna get stopped out. Just do something, man. Like, just go, you know? Yeah, see you later, BDP. Have a good one, man. We'll see you tomorrow. Appreciate you stopping in. How's ETH doing on this run? I'm actually kind of interested in that. $27, yeah. That doesn't look very good. Didn't really give a good entry. This. It's all good. If Nasdaq tanks here, all will be well. Hey boys, we got the open 7 minutes. Five minutes for the open. I'll be right back. All right, man, 3 minutes. What's gonna happen here? What is gonna happen? It's like do or die time for Bitcoin here. Bitcoin do or die time. What's gonna happen with the Nasdaq? Who knows? Gold looks like they could lose the range. Oh, a bit spooky. A little spooky here, boys. Maybe dump today and then pump tomorrow. All right, here we go. 1 minute. Where's the open? A little bit of selling on the Nasdaq. Bitcoin trying to hold the range, just not even moving basically. Nasdaq trying to fail this, man. Are we getting internal failure now on the Nasdaq? Bitcoin holding the level. Still holding this upper range. Trying to save it. Some buys in Bitcoin. Not bad. Trying to do an internal gain now. Weird to see Bitcoin buying and the indices selling off. Usually they're tandem. Or there and about. A gold sell is pretty good. Looking pretty good. Not too bad. There's just this one area here. Like, that might fuck us. Bitcoin gaining. Yes, dump it. Yeah, you know, probably a nothing burger today, man. Just hang around this area again. Want to see them dump it, but my trades are in here anyway. Not too much to say, you know what I mean? We're in the trades. Just kind of hang out now and just wait to see what's gonna happen. Bitcoin rejecting hard. It's almost $1,000 rejection. Oh, Bitcoin. This Sol trade is probably gonna get stopped. It's kind of last chance corral here for Sol to hold on. Bitcoin could create a gap here on this candle. It's potential. We got a potential gap on the candle. God damn it. This is pretty important level for Bitcoin to hold. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. God damn it, Bitcoin. Why? They're trying to hang in there, man. Nasdaq pumping. Well, this could be a down day for me. God damn it. Let's see, there's still hope for this NASDAQ trade, but it's not looking good anymore, that's for sure. Could still fail. There's still a chance. I didn't want it to pump that much though. Gold short's looking good. Just dump it, NASDAQ. Just dump it. Just dump it one time for daddy. Gold making new lows. This is the area I was kind of concerned about with gold. Kind of want to see them reject this, right? Yeah, NASDAQ doesn't want to stop. Pretty rough stop for me on this NASDAQ. Last hope. Last hope for dumping. Just dump it, man. Bitcoin's breaking the level too, I know. This NASDAQ trade is, I'm eating it on it. Yeah, the gold short was good. This NASDAQ still could work out, like you never know, but it's not looking the greatest anymore. I might even close this gold trade just to mitigate the stop that I'm probably going to take on this. I think I will. This is kind of a big trade, you know. Took PTs on the gold. So I think that's going to be it for today for me. You know, I still hope that Bitcoin just holds this level. I'm not going to add any kind of hedge on it. I'm probably going to get stopped out on this NASDAQ trade because it looks like shit. Sol probably going to get stopped too. We shall see. At least I took a PT on gold to mitigate it a bit. I might even close one of these NASDAQ ones and just take another $14 loss. I have too much in it. Alright. I'll let those two play. Gold banging, man. Oh yeah. ETH not looking so hot. Eh. Should see a reaction here in gold off of this. We'll see though. Maybe they'll just keep banging. Here's the liquidity grab for gold. See if they can do anything with it. Nice. I just took a PT earlier just because you know, this isn't, I had too much in this trade, so I wanted to mitigate the stop. Really, Bitcoin not looking so hot up here either, man. I think that's it though. We're just gonna let the rest of this shit just play out. Fuck it, right? Euro is still like hanging around that bottom level. Took a PT on gold. Nasdaq looks like it wants to dump now, so hopefully that dumps. If it does, at least I'll have some kind of position. And then crypto. Anyway, that's going to be the stream for today, boys. Thank you all for stopping in. I appreciate it. Tomorrow's Friday. Big news day tomorrow, right? Huge news day. So just make sure you're aware at 8:30 non-farm payrolls. And unemployment numbers come. So just be aware of it. 8:30. I'll be here with you guys anyway. Bitcoin really looking like shit now. Like this is not looking good for Bitcoin. So be aware. I'm probably gonna move up my stop actually, because this looks like it's this is like it could just go there. Yeah, 95 looks like a good area. But it's still not giving a solid entry, so I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it. Anyway, thank you guys so much. Peace out. We'll see you tomorrow.